This is Three Beards Fight Talk with Craig, Chris, and Austin. We don't ask the same old basic questions everybody else does. We ask the questions everybody really wants to know. So sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Welcome to the Three Beards Podcast. My name is Craig. Along with me is Chris and Austin. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that the whole episode. Oh, wouldn't that would drive me crazy trying to talk that way. Hey, everybody. So change of plans super fast. Looks like our guest was not going to be able to make it tonight. I'm not sure what happened there, so we'll try to reschedule or we'll get a surprise and they'll join us later on. But gentlemen, so kind of, I guess we'll just do kind of a little informal, just kind of get everybody caught up to speed on everything that's going on with us right now. We are in the process of switch over, seeing we're no longer part of Fight Mixer show. We parted ways, so just let everybody know about that. So now it's just the Three Beards Podcast. We're still trying to come up with our name for the new show. And Chris, you said that on that other episode where the first three people that joined us on Patreon, where you can find that at patreon.com/Three Beards Podcast. And if you go there and click that, you can join there, give us, become a Patreon, and the first three get to help us name our show, which has got a great possibility of being Fighting McFightface.
I'm ready to do it now. But again, podcast listeners, we're having issues right now. Craig said the website, we'll post on our social media and our website, but we can't, if you type it in, you can't find us. We'll find a way to get it to you for our podcast listeners. So
yeah, so
it's just issues. But
right now, just type it in. Just go in patreon.com/Three Beards Podcast, and it takes you right to it.
Yep.
So,
Chris, can you hear me?
Yeah, Chris is having difficulties.
Hear us now, Chris? Come.
No, audio's still messing up. Yeah, just come back in.
Yeah.
So we got
Weird.
a lot of stuff coming up. Wednesdays now, we are going to be switching back and doing the crazy topics, conspiracies, cryptids, paranormal. We're going to get back.
We miss pissing off the government.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Everything's been working too smoothly lately, and we haven't had technical difficulties as much, which makes it ironic that Chris has had technical difficulties because we just started talking about conspiracy.
He's using his phone, so we'll just give him that one.
Yeah. But anyways, the best case scenario is we don't get the three Patreons. We can let our two favorite fans pick our name. The one out of Australia and Debbie Gamble. We can let them, choose our name for our fight show. But
not Australia. It's from France.
I don't know.
You tackle it, Craig, because I'm not going to embarrass you.
I don't know how to say it. I mean, I want to say cliche.
It's cliche something. And if you can,
I don't know.
We'll bring you on the show if you can tell us how to say it. And we want to know what interests you, man or woman, or who, how'd you find us?
Yeah, how'd you find us? So we're really curious about that part because it's just, you're downloaded every one of our shows and it's fantastic. We all are just amazed. We have a fan in France that's downloading all our. It's pretty cool. We're
excited about everybody in America and everywhere else too. But this person is our second most watched country, and it's this one person from France, not anywhere, it's just one city in France. So we're really excited. Hit us up.
Love it. If you can message us and just let us know, something about you, like how you found us. We would love it. And we'll give you a shout on the air. But yeah, we got a few episodes that we want to. Oh, Austin just put up there another one of our huge fans who want to wish Keith a happy birthday. He's been on the show a couple times with conspiracies. So we got a couple topics coming up too. We're going to be talking July 1st, if I'm not mistaken. We're going to be talking SpaceX.
Is there?
Listen,
SpaceX.
We're trying to get Elon Musk on. I am a huge fan of him. I really am. I don't want to get him to think that I don't like him. I really do. I want to know what the hell you're really doing. I'm sorry. I mean, it's just, why are you putting this ring of satellites around? Okay, Wi-Fi, cool, but why do we need Wi-Fi? And if our goal is to go to Mars and eventually leave this planet, why are we putting satellites on here? We'll go more into it. But
Oh yeah.
Elon Musk, if you're listening, please, we want to bring you on. We're not going to bash you. We're not going to.
That's a lot. That's
Are you kidding? Yeah, there's no bashing at all. I'm like,
We want to get you on. We want the first-hand experience, but at the same time, I want to know what you're doing. So tune into that episode. We're going to dig deeper into
Austin,
what he's really doing.
I'm glad you love the Three Beards podcast like we love it. You said Elon Musk. If you're listening, that is a long shot. That's like 1 in 99 million that he would stumble across Three Beards. Like, let me listen to those guys. But Elon, if you are listening, we're here. Hashtag. We'll go tag you in it.
fortune favors the bold, man. I'm telling you. Yeah, it's and a couple of things like they're coming up. We have some other topics that we want to talk about. Black-eyed children. For anybody that's never heard that is a cool story. It's like it has a cross between paranormal with the vampire. Unless you invite them in, they can't do anything to you. I'm not. We're gonna have to use that as a sound effect. I'm not sure if that's the official sound effect of a black-eyed children. But, yeah,
awesome.
We're gonna
give
talk
him a sound effect.
Yeah, and then coming up, we also want to talk about the suicide forest in Japan, and some of the Japanese folklore around the spirits. So that's going to be an upcoming episode, and we would just encourage anybody that's watching, if you know of a topic or anything that really interests you and you really want to have us talk about, message us.
Yeah.
Mention it. We'd love to take suggestions. I mean, there are so many things that we could talk about. There's an endless amount of topics. I mean, we can do episodes and never touch the same thing.
Not at all. We take all suggestions here at Three Beards Podcast. We will take it.
So we just want to get it back to our normal selves, where we're gonna do that's on Wednesdays along with.
We'll get back to our hobby, man. It kind of took a turn. We didn't want it to take it that way. We're going back to conspiracies. We're only going to do probably 1 or 2 shows. We're going to still do interviews, MMA, and hopefully, if we have sports, I'm going to try doing my show. I'm not sure what I'm going to call it yet because I don't want to be taking and trademarking my shit. So
the Toilet Bowl Sports of UC Garbage.
Just talking FSU, so it might be something like that. But
we're going 12. We're going 12-0 this year. This is the random shenanigan podcast for tonight. We're going 12-0. Nobody's been practicing. We've been undercover practicing. We're like, yeah.
Practice is going to help you guys, but that's whatever.
Yeah, no, you're going to go 12-0 only on NCAA. What's that, 8?
Yeah.
What is the Warriors going to go 0-12?
No.
Hey, let's bring Robert in. Come on in, Robert. We'll bring you in, Robert.
You come in, man. We can send you a link.
My bad. Sorry I delayed that comment. I forgot we have comments on our show. I'm a really bad producer. My bad.
If you want to come on, man, you're more than welcome to.
I'll send you a link right now.
We're just shooting. We're just shooting a bubble right now tonight.
We've got several fighters that are still coming up.
Dude, we're stacked up until August.
Sunday we're bringing in, Armando Gonzalez from Rise, and he's gonna be announcing, a project they've got coming up on that Sunday. So that'll be fantastic. He's gonna bring on a few people along with him. So we have, as we go through, we're gonna we're probably gonna start doing like Wednesdays. We'll probably have an MMA show, and then a conspiracy weird topic show after that. Just kind of go back to back. So you'll still get the 2 shows, but instead of having it Wednesdays, Sundays, it's going to be just Wednesday and then immediately uploaded. So when you download it, it'll be the same. Nothing will change. You'll have, instead of 1 on Wednesday, you'll have 2 to go. And so space out. I mean, if people still want, we could wait and upload it later, but it'll be available on all podcast forms and on YouTube simultaneously, Thursday morning for everybody to take in.
So we give everybody a great info, give them what they want to hear all in one night. If you like conspiracy, you get that. If you like MMA, we give you that too.
Talk about people punching each other in the faces, and then we can get scared out of our minds when we talk about some ghost story afterwards.
Ooh, the black-eyed children.
That's going to be a good topic. I mean, for anybody that doesn't know about that one, that's going to be pretty cool. And the other one of the cryptids coming up, I talk about, it's mostly known in Massachusetts, but it's the Pukwudgie, and those are really small. And Christopher, hey, how are you? Thanks for watching, sir.
How you doing?
We really, there's so many different ones that we want to have on. We've got author of Kronos Rising. Kronos, I think is it
Max? Max
Hawthorne? Max Hawthorne. I apologize, I'm butchering the book title. He's got amazing series that's basically think Jaws, but kind of different about a prehistoric creature that comes into our world and starts terrorizing the oceans.
Hell yeah!
Takes place in Florida.
Mm.
Yeah, so he'll
be so much we can talk about.
Yeah, that'll be a great author. Talk about those books, and then we can even see his take on lake monsters around the world. Just is there a connection between those? Because he seems to have a real affinity for the water cryptids. So anything that comes from the depths, seems to be his passion. So Max Hawthorne will be coming up on the 15th of July. We'll be talking to him as well.
Next few days, we're going to start a Kickstarter so they can send me on a boat and go out with him and just 6 months of exploring for cryptids. So.
No, yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool getting to see all of those, as we have those guests come on and have those talks and just kind of get back to a little bit the way we started, and it's because we really enjoy talking about MMA, but we also missed getting to do the other subjects, and so this one is kind of now we can get back to doing them both, and we're gonna really enjoy it, and I can only imagine.
July 1st, too, I forgot to put up there. July 1st, we're bringing back on Jillian Robertson to talk about her great win last Saturday night.
Yeah, so right now we're just giving everybody an update, a recap on the direction that Three Bears Podcast plan on going in. So, just sit back and listen. You might hear something that interests you even more.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and other than that, there's not really, much other news other than just if you can take the time to just go on and follow us on our social medias, Twitter, Instagram, go to YouTube, subscribe. I'm sure that's one of the biggest things, because that's helps us, like, as we're trying to get our name out there, the more people actually use and share it on social media, it's going to not only help us, but it's also going to help for you guys, because now as we grow, we're going to be a little bit more of a target when we tell somebody, it's like, hey, we'd love to have you on. So now instead of seeing this little small time thing, they see us as a little bit more successful. Okay, now it's worth my time going on that show.
Yeah, exactly.
And so we can get some cool authors. I'm stoked that we're getting an author like Max Hawthorne to come on, because that he's not unknown. There is a huge following for his book series. And so we're definitely excited about some of the things coming up. And our guest that we had on before, Julianne Guthrie Smolson, she got me in touch. There's another author who deals with the energy that ancients used, and so he was a book author on that. And so it looks like that one has kind of been a topic that I've always been, what was the true meaning of the pyramids? What were they used for? And that's one of his books is based on that. So that looks like that's going to be a great one as well. And, same thing. If you guys know any authors you'd like to hear about, let us know. We'll look into it, and we'll see what story they'd want to come on and talk with us about.
See.
You were here to listen.
Yep. Yeah.
So I mean, let's talk a little about sports. Do you think? I mean, MLB is coming back for 60 days. I mean,
Yeah.
it's really hard to talk about it because I mean, you see the rise in Florida. We talked about it a little bit earlier, but it's like, do you think we're gonna have an NFL season this year?
I don't know. I'm not leaving Major League Baseball yet because Seattle always starts out strong. So if we're only doing 60 games, there's a chance Seattle's making the series.
Here's your chance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seattle always starts out hot. Every year they go on a tear. Seems like for a few weeks, and if they can do that in a 60-game series, I go there's a good shot. Seattle might actually be able to make a run at it this year.
There you go.
So
Just because they'll definitely thank COVID if they win a World
go
Series.
Mariners. Yeah. But doesn't that go down as an asterisk though?
Everything in 2020 is going to go down as an asterisk.
Asterisk.
Yeah, I mean, just anything now. It's like any sport thing. It's like we are the champions. I'm like, are you really? You know,
I mean, hey,
what are they going to do? A basketball tournament like March Madness? You know,
UCF did it. So I mean, nobody else wouldn't feel as bad. UCF, national champions. Oh,
We are national champions.
Well, they actually played a season though. I'm talking like NBA. There's I don't know if that changed. They were talking possibly about
It's
almost like a tournament style.
But it's not just tournament style. You see, all these people aren't gonna play because of all the stuff going on, and they don't want a full season because they want a full season to show themselves off. All these guys are in the contract year. They're doing their I need to have surgery, so I'm gonna take this year off. It's gonna be an asterisk, and it's gonna suck if Lionel Magic make it and win it, and it's like an asterisk pandemic. Fuck, So it's gonna suck. But I mean.
And that moment was brought to you by the Ginger Viking.
they're gonna have to test. They said they're gonna have to test for COVID every day. They're not gonna be able to leave a Disney facility. That's gonna be like a hostage situation.
I don't know exactly what it was, but you listen to it. They got they're on Disney property. They have restaurants, golf, video. They have everything you could possibly want. But again, they're millionaire, billionaire NBA athletes.
That's not your $1 million mansion that you want to go home to. That's
not
Well, it's the same thing. They talked about if the NFL season does it, they're going to do the same exact thing. You're going to be secluded to that. You can't leave. So that means 17 or 18 games this year as they pushed it to. You can't see your family. You can't leave that state facility. You can't do that. So I don't know if they do that. I don't know. That's just. You can't be gone for your family for almost 6 months.
Oh yeah.
I say that, but there's people that go overseas and fight for our country that don't see their family for years, so that would make sense. But
yeah, but it's it's a little different when you're luxury hotel.
Yeah.
And they're getting paid millions of dollars. Oh man, I'm not gonna start that conversation.
I know. No, it's great. It's. One thing that's coming up Friday too for everybody, that's tuning in as well. Get you a Fight Pass, Titan. Yep. Titan card is coming up, and it's really an amazing card. Christian is on that one. He's been on the show before, and we're really pulling for him. We want to see him do great things. I said I think he can take, on that fight. I mean, they've just down the line. I want to say there's like 4 or 5 of those that matches that are going to be fantastic, and so you can get that at UFC Fight Pass, and go through that and just check, and then you're able to watch the Titan card, and that's going to be exciting. And then like I said, Sunday we'll have Armando Gonzalez on talking about Rise and their upcoming one. I believe they still have their on July 4th.
Yeah, we got to talk to him too about Trap fighting Marquise Faith. We had both of those guys on, so we got to see the set date. And so these super heavyweights fight.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see, just being the fact that about fairly new to this whole thing. I've never seen a super heavyweight bout.
I didn't even know that.
Well, this is going to be one. This is, to me, it's almost, in a way, it's kind of like sumo wrestling meets MMA.
Mm-hmm.
You have two just, heavy dudes going at it in the MMA. It's gonna be something to see. I mean, it's one of those. I'm not sure. Is it pretty much because there's not as many available? I can't remember, like when we were talking to Marquise at Trap, if it was just there's not as many of that size that are wanting to fight, or is it just that not very many people are willing to put on these fights on a card?
In reality,
I can't remember that.
Hard because the max for heavyweight in UFC is 265. So if you're 266, you can go fight a heavyweight. But I don't think a UFC heavyweight is gonna want to fight. No offense to Trap, a 350-pound man. Yes, you're heavyweight, but there's a huge difference in weight when it comes to that.
Oh yeah,
we talked about that. You know what I mean? Like, I could fight a professional person, anybody, like Christian, anybody like that.
No, you can't fight anybody else.
But the thing, I could fight him, but all I have to do is get a hold of him and lay down on top of him. And I got control time. I got takedown. I win the game. I win the fight.
You sound like me right now.
If we stand and bang, I'm done. But if I can put you on the ground and just lay on top of you, what are you going to do? You can't get
300 pounds versus 145, 150. Yeah, that's not going to be.
I'll get my ass beat in that one. But
you're pretty.
You don't know the techniques to lock his wrist and hold his wrist so he can't hit you. So you're not going to lay on him and he's not going to bang you out. He's going to try his best to bang you out.
Let's try it.
He'll run around the thing as fast as he can, just to tell Austin just like it just collapses.
Let's hit him up, man. Smash has his gym coming up. We can talk to Jillian about going to see her coach and stuff. We'll go wrestle everybody out there and see what happens.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing. July 1st, we're gonna have Jillian back on to talk about her.
Yo, this red light is really killing me. I don't know where it's coming from.
And it's probably just coming through the flag,
making me look extra red.
Yeah,
it's bothering me.
Yeah, so it's one. So we'll have her on to talk about her UFC fight. Just how happy we are for her. Congratulations.
Yeah, it was
that one. Yeah, I could tell you, that was pretty cool because that was the first time that I've ever watched a match right there where I was actually the whole time, you're like the edge of your seat type thing going, come on, you got to win this, got to win. Yeah.
Didn't know what she was going to do.
And then cheer when she put the rear naked choke on. It's like, yes. It's like,
yeah, we're excited to talk to her and see what was in her mind and stuff like that. Like, you could tell, like, she had the win. Every time she got on top, she controlled ground, and then it sounded like as soon as apparently her coach Dean Thomas said, "Hey, it's still time to win," and she jumped right in the back of that neck and killed it. So I'm excited to talk to her and see what went through her head. I mean, she controlled. So it was a 3 5-minute round. I think she controlled 13 minutes of the whole round, and then the last one was just win. She clinched it. So I'm excited to see it.
And I call it choke down.
Yeah.
What's with the gavel?
I'm judge, jury, and executioner. So did you say anything?
Overruled. Well, gentlemen, I mean, that's basically it. I mean, we just wanted to give kind of everybody an update. Apologize. It's like we'll try to reschedule, but our guest, looks like he got busy and was unable to make it this time. So
the CEO of Titan FC, so it's kind of hard.
They got a big event getting ready to happen here. In less than 2. They're going for the weigh-ins tomorrow. Along with so they got a lot going on. So I it was just nice that he was willing to even come on the show. So we'll definitely try to get him back on. So. Yeah. So Sunday, once again, tune in same time, same channel for Armando Gonzalez. We'll talk about that. So this episode has been brought to you by Bratz Beard Care, proud sponsor of the Three Beards podcast. He's been with us from the beginning. Amazing products, all natural. Kelly Brott makes them himself. He's come up with some amazing blends
with the little almonds in the basement.
Almonds.
Gnomes. That'd be gnomes.
I was gonna process that. Almonds.
That was Austin's flavors back in the day. Austin used to call them flavors.
Yeah. The flavors are amazing.
I'm like, what's he, witchcraft now? He's making almonds come to life, and they're doing more. First he's Willy Wonka with some bearded gnomes working for him, and now he's casting some spell to make almonds come to life.
Love it, man.
They're amazing blends, fantastic products. The beard oil, beard soap. Go to bruttsbeardcare.com. Use promo code 3beards with a capital B, and you're going to get 20% off your entire order, along with free shipping that he offers on all of his products. Check him out. Also, go to Nanny Cakes 407 on Facebook, or give her a call at 407-923-2898. In the Central Florida area, you are going to save 15% on your cake order if you mention these three bearded dudes right here, the Three Beards podcast. She would love to give you that discount and make your cake. So check her out. Go to threebeardspodcast.com. Check that out. Go to YouTube channel. Same thing. Three Beards Podcast. Patreon.com/Three Beards Podcast. Become a Patreon. Name the show. Help us name the show.
For the fighting show.
Yep. Fighting McFight Face. The more we say it, the more I'm worried I'm just putting that into the lexicon. That's going to happen.
I'm about to donate to our own Patreon just to make that ours.
Yeah, Instagram, check us out at Three Beards Podcast, and also the Beard Vault. That is where we post all of our conspiracy and crazy stuff. We do a lot of other stuff there that we don't put on the other page. And just please like, share, get us out there. Happy birthday, Keith! Again, had suffered an injury during woodworking. We just wish him Godspeed and healing. They said it's pretty nasty. He clipped a finger with a router, so that's it's just not good. So wish him the best on that.
He puts his blood, sweat, and tears in the Canciana Concepts.
Yes, he puts it all on the line. He literally sacrifices a piece of himself to ensure that your product is to the utmost standards. I mean,
he's not here.
He sacrificed himself for this. I mean, that's whoever was buying the piece that he injured himself. I mean, you have to think. I mean, you've always heard that saying. I've given, there's blood, sweat, and tears in this.
Literally.
He did good.
Yeah, he did it all. I mean, it's just so everybody, appreciate all your support. Look forward to talking to you on Sunday when we have Armando Gonzalez, and we will see you then. Good night.